Since Clint Eastwood and Sondra Locke appeared to be a perfect pair, sharing love, life, and on-screen chemistry, it still surprises many that they never tied the knot. Despite their deep connection and years together, Eastwood always seemed to hold a different view on marriage. Over time, he's been asked repeatedly about the choice, and his responses have reflected a mix of indifference and personal philosophy. He has noted that successful marriages are possible, mentioning that he has no particular feelings one way or another about getting married. When asked about his relationship with Locke early in their time together, Eastwood emphasized that their bond was strong, and he dismissed worries others had about working closely with her or about marriage itself, suggesting that his feelings were guided more by his own beliefs than by societal expectations. Finally, after years of silence, Eastwood has chosen to share why marriage was not part of his story with Locke, revealing his true feelings and personal reasons behind the decision. Certainly, I will craft a detailed account based solely on the given summary. Eastwood's career is marked by a remarkable journey through the world of film, where his talent and dedication propelled him to legendary status. Throughout his career, he delivered many memorable performances that left a lasting impact on audiences worldwide. His ability to embody a range of characters from tough, stoic heroes to sensitive, introspective figures contributed to his reputation as one of Hollywood's greatest actors and directors. With each film, his reputation grew, and he became known not only for his acting, but also for his skills behind the camera, earning respect as an accomplished filmmaker. However, despite his success, his personal life took a different path. While Clint Eastwood was busy making history with his stellar roles and impressive repertoire of skills, his relationship with Sondra, who was once close to him, was left behind in the shadows. The reason for this silence has long been a subject of curiosity. Now, in a rare and revealing moment, Eastwood finally confirms why he never married Sondra Locke. The revelation uncovers hidden truths behind their unconventional bond, truths that had been kept private for many years. Eastwood's explanation sheds light on the complexities of their relationship, revealing the emotional, personal, and perhaps practical factors that influenced his decision not to tie the knot. This story adds a new layer of understanding to Eastwood's life, showing that behind the legendary career, there are personal choices and experiences that shape a person's journey. The details of why Clint Eastwood chose not to marry Sondra Locke now come to light, offering a different perspective on their bond and the nature of their relationship over the years. These insights help paint a fuller picture of a man who achieved greatness on screen, but faced complex personal decisions away from the camera. The truth behind their unconventional relationship emphasizes that every story has its hidden depths, and sometimes revealing them can provide a more complete understanding of the person behind the fame. Eastwood and Locke's partnership stood out because they chose not to follow the usual path of marriage as their relationship developed and grew in the public eye. Instead of tying the knot, they built their lives together in a way that focused on their connection rather than societal expectations. During this time, many people watched their relationship with fascination and curiosity, leading to plenty of speculation about their status and the nature of their bond. The media and fans alike questioned whether they might marry or what their future held, which added pressure to their partnership. Despite these challenges and the scrutiny, Eastwood and Locke continued to support each other and share their lives, showcasing a strong partnership rooted in mutual respect and understanding. However, when they eventually parted ways, the situation became even more complicated. Rumors and questions about why they split emerged, and the ending of their relationship left many wondering about what could have been or about the true depth of their bond. The aftermath of their separation seemed to stir up more speculation and intrigue, highlighting how their partnership had captured the attention of many and how difficult it could be to navigate life in the limelight. Throughout it all, Eastwood and Locke's relationship remains a notable chapter, illustrating a different approach to love and companionship that defied conventional expectations. Clint Eastwood, the celebrated actor and filmmaker, was born on May 31, 1930, in San Francisco. His parents, Ruth and Clinton Eastwood, had a stable marriage that lasted until his father's passing in 1970. During the 1930s, the Eastwood family experienced multiple relocations due to Clint Sr.'s changing job roles. Despite these moves, the family eventually settled in Piedmont, California, where they enjoyed a comfortable lifestyle. The Eastwoods' home had a swimming pool, and both parents had cars. In addition to the family's personal comfort, they also held membership in a local country club, giving Clint a privileged upbringing in an environment of relative affluence. These early experiences in a family with strong values and a stable home life contributed to shaping the young Clint Eastwood, laying the groundwork for his later success in the entertainment industry. Clint Eastwood's early life was shaped by the influences of his parents and the challenges he faced in his education. His father held an important role as a manufacturing executive at Georgia Pacific, a position that provided a stable environment for Clint's upbringing. His mother, Ruth, found employment at IBM, contributing to the family's overall stability. Despite the strong work ethic and responsibilities in his family, Clint's academic journey wasn't without its difficulties. He attended Piedmont Middle School, but struggled with his studies, which led him to attend summer school in order to catch up. These academic challenges didn't end there. As he moved on to high school, Clint continued to have difficulties, especially with his behavior. He was known to be a troublemaker, often getting into trouble for his disciplinary issues. This rebellious streak in his younger years was a key part of his character and life experiences. His challenges in both school and discipline were pivotal in shaping his personality, which would later be reflected in the tough, gritty characters he would portray on screen. It's clear that Clint Eastwood's early life was not a smooth path to success, with both academic and behavioral struggles shaping the person he became. However, these early struggles didn't stop him from eventually becoming one of the most iconic actors and filmmakers in Hollywood. After high school, Clint Eastwood experienced some troubles that affected his time at Piedmont High School. During his school years, he was involved in an incident that gained some attention. This incident involved the athletic field scoreboard, which was a part of the school's sports facilities. It is said that he was part of a group or situation that led to the scoreboard being affected in some way. Meanwhile, there was also an event where an effigy was burned on the school lawn, which caused concern among students, staff, and the community. These actions led to serious consequences for Eastwood, as he was asked to leave Piedmont High School due to his involvement in these activities. Such actions, especially at a young age, often become turning points, and in his case, it led to a change in his educational journey. After leaving Piedmont High School, Eastwood transferred to Oakland Technical High School. Moving to a new school meant starting fresh in a different environment, possibly to avoid further trouble, and to focus on his future education and personal growth. Despite these early challenges, Eastwood eventually found his path, which would lead him into a successful acting and filmmaking career later on. After finishing school, Clint Eastwood reached a point where he needed to find his way into the world of work. He took on many different jobs to support himself and gain experience. Among these jobs were working as a lifeguard, where he learned responsibility and how to stay alert in emergencies. He also worked as a paper carrier, delivering newspapers early in the morning, which helped teach him discipline. Occasionally, he worked as a grocery clerk, developing people skills while stocking shelves and helping customers. During his youth, Eastwood also worked as a forest firefighter, fighting to protect the woods from fires. These jobs gave him a broad view of life and helped him build character. When the Korean War began, Eastwood answered the call of duty. He joined the military and was stationed at Fort Ord in California. His time in the military was a defining period that shaped him further. After serving his country and being discharged in 1953, Eastwood decided to pursue a new path. His experience in these various jobs and military service helped him prepare for his future career. What started as simple work during his early days eventually led him to an extraordinary journey into acting and filmmaking. Over time, Clint Eastwood left a lasting impact on the entertainment industry with his talent and determination. After serving in the military and being stationed at Fort, Clint Eastwood's journey into Hollywood was far from simple or predictable. His entry into the film industry came unexpectedly through a stroke of luck. While he was at Fort, he happened to cross paths with a camera crew from Universal International. This chance encounter would prove to be a turning point in his life. The film crew noticed Eastwood and saw potential in him, which led to an introduction to director Irving Glassberg. This connection opened doors that eventually allowed Eastwood to step into the world of movie making. Although his rise to fame was not planned or immediate, this fortunate meeting gave him the opportunity to prove himself in Hollywood. His early days involved working behind the scenes and gradually finding his place in the film industry, ultimately shaping the career that would make him a well-known actor and director. Readiness, persistence, and that lucky break helped Eastwood turn an unlikely start into a legendary Hollywood story. Starting his journey in Hollywood, Clint Eastwood initially faced many rejections that made him doubt his future in acting. Despite these setbacks, his persistence paid off when he signed his first contract in April 1954, which marked the beginning of his career on the big screen. In the early stages of his career, Eastwood struggled to find significant roles, but he managed to land a minor part in the 1955 film Revenge of the Creature. This early experience was important as it opened doors for future work, even though he continued to face challenges. Over the next few years, Eastwood appeared in several small roles, often uncredited, such as in films like Lady Godiva of Coventry and Tarantula. These parts, although minor, provided him with valuable experience and helped him build his reputation in Hollywood. His first appearance on television was with a short-term role on NBC's Allen in Movieland in 1955. This role gave him a chance to showcase his talent to a wider audience, setting the stage for the more prominent acting opportunities that would come later in his career. Throughout this early period, Eastwood's dedication and willingness to take small parts showed his determination to succeed as an actor in a highly competitive industry. Eastwood's journey through the entertainment industry was marked by perseverance and adaptability. At first, he faced the challenge of establishing himself in a competitive field, but he remained undeterred. He navigated various agencies and kept auditioning for roles, securing small parts in television shows such as Reader's Digest and Highway Patrol. These early jobs were not glamorous, but they helped him gain experience and visibility. In 1958, a turning point arrived when he was cast as Rowdy Yates in the CBS Western series Rawhide. This role was his breakthrough, bringing him into the homes of many viewers and beginning his rise to fame. His calm demeanor and natural screen presence made him stand out, opening doors for more acting opportunities. As Rawhide became popular, Eastwood's career began accelerating, and he started to carve out a space for himself as a talented actor in Hollywood. His ability to stay focused on his goals and work steadily despite setbacks shows his determination. Over time, he built a reputation that allowed him to move beyond television and into movies, eventually becoming one of the most recognizable actors and directors in the film industry. His journey underscores the importance of persistence and adaptability when navigating a challenging career path. After Clint Eastwood gained fame from his role in Rawhide, he faced many challenges during filming. The show was very demanding, with long hours that often lasted 6 days a week. Despite the hard work, Rawhide became very popular and helped Eastwood become a well-known actor. However, not everyone in the film industry supported him. Some directors criticized him for his acting skills or his choices, creating obstacles in his career. Despite these difficulties, Eastwood was able to prove himself and earn recognition. His efforts paid off as he received both praise and financial rewards for his work on the show. These achievements marked a significant breakthrough in his career, paving the way for future roles in movies. Rawhide's success and Eastwood's performance made him a rising star in Hollywood, even though the show eventually ended in 1965. Throughout this period, Eastwood demonstrated resilience and dedication, weathering the criticism and challenges that came with his rising fame. His experience on Rawhide became a key part of his journey to becoming a major Hollywood actor and director. As he moved beyond the show, he continued to build on this foundation, eventually making a name for himself as one of the most influential and respected figures in the film industry. The show's end marked the close of an important chapter, but it did not stop Eastwood's upward trajectory or diminish the significance of his breakthrough role. Instead, it served as a stepping stone toward the wide-ranging success that would follow in his career. Moving into the world of spaghetti westerns, Eastwood's journey was only just beginning, and setting the stage for the legendary career he would carve out in Hollywood. His pivotal role in shaping the spaghetti western genre started unexpectedly in 1963 when his co-star from Rawhide, Eric Fleming, declined an offer to star in A Fistful of Dollars. This twist of fate gave Eastwood the chance to step into the shoes of the man with no name, a character that would become iconic. Director Sergio Leone, known for his innovative style and visionary approach to filmmaking, immediately recognized Eastwood's potential to portray a morally ambiguous anti-hero. This marked the start of a highly fruitful partnership between the director and actor, as Eastwood eagerly seized the opportunity to break free from the typical hero roles common in his previous work and embrace a darker, more enigmatic persona. With A Fistful of Dollars, Eastwood not only redefined his image, but also revolutionized the Western genre itself. His portrayal challenged American stereotypes of the hero and introduced audiences to a lawless, desolate world where morality was blurred and survival depended on cunning and toughness. The film's success made Eastwood a household name, and he continued his journey with For a Few Dollars More, and the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, further cementing his status as an international star. Despite initial poor reviews from American critics, the trilogy's commercial success proved otherwise, thrusting Eastwood into the Hollywood limelight and earning him a place among the film industry's elite. His work in these films transformed the Western genre, blending gritty realism with morally complex characters, and set the foundation for an enduring career that would influence generations of filmmakers and actors. Furthermore, Clint Eastwood's career is marked by a remarkable ability to take on diverse roles across many genres, showcasing his wide-ranging talent. Starting with the American revisionist Western Hang 'Em High, he demonstrated his strength in gritty, tough characters. He then explored the war genre with the epic Where Eagles Dare, displaying his skill in portraying daring and strategic soldiers in high-stakes situations. His willingness to step outside his usual tough guy roles was evident when he ventured into musicals with Paint Your Wagon, a film that marked a clear departure from his typical projects. This move showed his openness to new challenges and his desire to explore different facets of acting. Throughout his career, Eastwood worked closely with notable directors like Don Siegel and collaborated with talented composers such as Locke. These partnerships helped craft memorable films and enriched his acting work. Despite facing criticism, especially for the portrayal of violence in films like Kogan's Bluff, Eastwood remained committed to his craft. His dedication to pushing boundaries often sparked controversy, but also underscored his willingness to tackle complex and sometimes uncomfortable subjects. His diverse choices and consistent pursuit of artistic expression have firmly established Eastwood as a legend in the film industry. His capacity to adapt and reinvent himself continues to influence generations of actors and filmmakers alike. As 1970 began, Clint Eastwood's career saw notable projects that left a lasting mark on cinema. He teamed up with Shirley Mellon for Two Mules for Sister Sarah, a Western adventure that mixed action with humor and a touch of political intrigue. Although the film received moderate reviews from critics, it still holds a special place in movie history, making its way into the New York Times Guide to the Best 1,000 Movies Ever Made. This recognition highlights its enduring appeal to audiences and critics alike. Around the same time, Eastwood starred in Kelly's Heroes, a film set during World War II. The story focused on a group of soldiers who go on a dangerous mission behind enemy lines, but the film stood out because it emphasized anti-war sentiments. Its ensemble cast added to the excitement, drawing viewers into a mix of humor, action, and social commentary. Both films during the early 1970s showed Eastwood's versatility as an actor and his ability to blend different genres while still resonating with audiences. His work in this period reflected a willingness to take on diverse roles and helped cement his status as a major star in Hollywood. After Clint Eastwood made his directorial debut with the film Play Misty for Me in 1971, a new chapter opened in his career. This movie was a psychological thriller set against the lively background of the Monterey Jazz Festival. It was not just another film, but a significant turning point for Eastwood. It showed people that he was talented not only in front of the camera, but also behind it. Eastwood's skills as a director were clearly visible in how he crafted the suspense and mood of the story. The movie received a lot of praise from critics and audiences alike. They admired how he managed both acting and directing with such confidence and skill. This debut opened the door for him to make more films where he could explore different stories and styles. It proved that Eastwood was not just a popular actor, but also a serious filmmaker with a strong vision. From this point on, he balanced his acting career with directing, gaining respect in both fields. Play Misty for Me helped Eastwood establish himself as a filmmaker, and it set the stage for many more successful projects in the future. His ability to tell compelling stories from behind the camera would become a key part of his legacy. The film's success gave him the confidence to pursue more ambitious projects, and his reputation continued to grow. Eastwood's talent as a director was recognized, and he became known for creating intense, memorable films. His work following this debut kept building on that foundation, showing his versatility and passion for filmmaking. As he continued to direct and act in various movies, the impact of his first film was clear. Eastwood had truly arrived as a filmmaker. After making a significant impact with his role in Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood's fame soared to new heights as he became one of the most recognizable actors in Hollywood. His portrayal of the tough, no-nonsense police inspector cemented his place as a major star. The film not only made him a box office powerhouse, but also influenced the creation of the loose cop genre, which shaped action movies for many years to come. Despite many offers to play the role of James Bond, Eastwood stayed true to his unique path in films. Instead of taking on the British spy, he chose to explore other types of roles and directing projects. In 1972, he starred in Joe Kidd, which showed his versatility as an actor. Then, in 1973, he directed and starred in High Plains Drifter, marking his first film as a director and highlighting his interest in the Western genre. One might wonder how different Hollywood would have been if Clint Eastwood had taken on the role of James Bond instead of Sir Roger Moore, especially after the end of the Connery era. His gritty, tough style could have brought a new flavor to the iconic spy series. Instead, Eastwood continued to build his own career, becoming a legend in both acting and directing, especially in westerns and action films. His work always reflected his strong sense of character and storytelling, which has left a lasting mark on cinema history. As the 1970s progressed, Clint Eastwood continued to experiment with his craft, both as a director and an actor. His work during this period marked a significant evolution in his career. Eastwood directed and starred in films like Breezy and Magnum Force, exploring a wider range of genres and styles. While not all of his ventures were critical successes, his unwavering commitment to his craft and willingness to take risks began to establish him as one of Hollywood's most enduring talents. In 1974, Eastwood took on the role of both director and star in Thunderbolt and Lightfoot, a film that showcased his willingness to push boundaries. Teaming up with Jeff Bridges and George Kennedy, Eastwood created a buddy action film that blended offbeat comedy with high suspense. While the film was praised for its unconventional mix of genres, it achieved only modest success at the box office. Despite this, Jeff Bridges' performance in the film earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor, further solidifying Eastwood's reputation for working with talented collaborators. This period of experimentation laid the foundation for Eastwood's eventual rise as a respected director in the years that followed. Though Thunderbolt and Lightfoot was not a major financial hit, it reflected Eastwood's willingness to take risks, an approach that would define much of his later work and contribute to his lasting legacy in Hollywood. After the success of previous films, Clint Eastwood took on a new and challenging role in 1975 when he starred as Jonathan Hemlock in the spy thriller The Eiger Sanction. The film was based on a novel by Trevanian, and Eastwood was not only an actor but also deeply involved in the project. He faced many challenges during filming, including accidents that tested his resilience and dedication. Despite these obstacles, he worked hard to perform his own stunts, showing his commitment to authenticity and his craft. The production process was intense, and Eastwood's determination was clear as he pushed through difficulties to bring his character to life. Although the film aimed to be a major hit, it received mixed reviews from critics and audiences, and its success was only marginal. Some appreciated Eastwood's effort and the action sequences, but others felt the film did not fully meet expectations. Nevertheless, his role in The Eiger Sanction demonstrated his willingness to take on complex and demanding parts, further proving his dedication to his career as a serious actor and filmmaker. Despite the mixed reception, the performance remains a notable part of his career. Moving forward, Clint Eastwood's role in The Outlaw Josie Wales in 1976 became a significant point in his career. In this film, he played the character of Josie Wales, a pro-Confederate guerrilla fighter. Set in the aftermath of the Civil War, the story follows Wales as he travels through a rough and changing landscape, trying to find peace while being pursued by those who seek revenge. The film was directed by Philip Kaufman, who helped bring the story visually to life with a gritty and realistic style that matched the tone of the story. This role showed Eastwood's ability to portray complex characters with depth and strength, making Josie Wales a memorable and iconic figure in movie history. Critics and audiences alike praised the film for its honest and intense portrayal of a man shaped by war, struggle, and a desire for justice. Eastwood's performance helped solidify his reputation not just as a skilled actor, but as a cinematic legend capable of carrying strong, character-driven stories. The success of this film contributed to Eastwood's rising fame and established him as a leading figure in Western films, proving his talent for bringing layered, morally ambiguous characters to life on screen. His portrayal in The Outlaw Josie Wales remains one of his most celebrated roles, reflecting his rugged style and commanding presence that set a standard for Western heroes in cinema. Despite turning down roles in Apocalypse Now and Go Tell the Spartans, Eastwood returned to his iconic role as Harry Callahan in The Enforcer, the third installment of the Dirty Harry series. This film marked a significant moment in his career because it proved that audiences still loved his portrayal of the tough and determined cop. In The Enforcer, Callahan faces new challenges, combining his no-nonsense attitude with a deeper sense of justice. The movie was a major commercial success, surpassing expectations and becoming Eastwood's highest-grossing film at that time. Its success helped to keep the character of Harry Callahan alive and relevant in popular culture, demonstrating Eastwood's ability to lead blockbuster films. The film's popularity even reinforced Eastwood's reputation as a box office powerhouse, showing that he could carry a film successfully while staying true to his gritty, no-frills style. The Enforcer stood out among the series because of its intense action scenes and compelling storytelling, which kept fans engaged and solidified Eastwood's status as one of Hollywood's top actors. His performance in this film, along with the movie's commercial achievement, helped to secure his place in movie history. This return to the Harry Callahan character highlighted his dedication to that role and his ability to deliver powerful performances that resonated with audiences worldwide. Throughout this period, Eastwood's career was marked by careful choices and a strong connection to the characters he portrayed, especially Harry Callahan, who became a symbol of justice in American cinema. From the moment Clint Eastwood appeared on the big screen, he became known for tough, serious roles in action and drama films. However, in 1978, he took on a very different part that surprised many fans and critics alike. He starred in a comedy called Every Which Way But Loose, playing a trucker named Philo Beddoe. Unlike his usual gritty characters, Eastwood's role was lighthearted and offbeat, showing his comedic side. The film featured him searching for love, riding around on his pickup truck, and traveling with his orangutan sidekick named Clyde. This orangutan became a memorable character, adding humor and charm to the story. Despite some critics being skeptical about Eastwood in this unusual role, the movie turned out to be a huge hit. It resonated with audiences who enjoyed seeing Eastwood in a more playful and humorous setting. The film's success made it one of Eastwood's highest-grossing movies at that time, proving that even actors known for serious roles can shine in comedy. The movie's mix of humor, action, and lovable characters helped it stand out and remain popular with viewers over the years. It showcased Eastwood's versatility and his ability to entertain in different types of stories, beyond the tough, stoic roles that made him famous. Fans still remember the fun of Eastwood riding around with Clyde and trying to find love in a world that was sometimes funny, sometimes wild. The film shows how an actor's talent can extend beyond expectations and how audiences appreciate seeing a star step into new and different roles, especially when they do it with humor and heart. After appearing in many films, Clint Eastwood starred in his last film as Don Siegel, which was called Escape from Alcatraz. This movie came out in 1979 and is based on a real story about a bold and daring escape from a famous prison. The story captures the suspense and courage of the prisoners who tried to outsmart the guards and break free from the tough and locked island prison. The film is known for its cool and cinematic style, which makes the story even more exciting to watch. It was very popular among audiences and critics, and it became a major success at the box office. Eastwood's portrayal of a calm and focused character added to the movie's strength, showing his lasting appeal as a leading man in Hollywood. His performance helped make the film memorable, and it showed that he could handle serious, dramatic roles while maintaining his cool, iconic presence. The film's visual style and storytelling approach highlighted Eastwood's ability to bring depth to his characters, and it became one of his noteworthy works before he took a step back from acting in films. As his last film as Don Siegel, Escape from Alcatraz stands out as a significant chapter in his career, emphasizing his skill in portraying intense and gritty characters in realistic stories. The movie's success and Eastwood's performance cemented his reputation as a major star whose influence extended beyond the screen. Fans continue to remember this film as a classic example of Eastwood's talent and the power of well-crafted, true story-based action films. As the new decade dawned, Clint Eastwood took on the challenge of both directing and starring in Sudden Impact, released in 1983. This film marked the fourth installment of the famous Dirty Harry series. Unlike the earlier movies, Sudden Impact is often seen as the darkest and most violent of the series, pushing boundaries with its intense scenes and gritty tone. The plot focuses on themes of revenge and justice, central ideas that run throughout the story. Eastwood's character, the tough and no-nonsense police inspector Harry Callahan, faces off against a vigilante who is on a violent quest for retribution due to a terrible past trauma. The vigilante's actions force Harry to confront complex ideas about morality, punishment, and the limits of justice. Despite its darker tone and graphic content, the film was well received by critics and audiences alike. Many appreciated Eastwood's skillful handling as both director and actor, as they believed he successfully balanced entertainment with meaningful themes. Sudden Impact stands out in the series for its more serious and intense approach, yet it maintained the action and charisma that made the series popular. Throughout the film, Eastwood's tough persona and sharp dialogue keep the audience engaged, even amid the violence. The film's exploration of revenge and justice prompts viewers to think about what happens when those two ideas collide in the real world. Overall, Sudden Impact left a lasting impression as a gritty, action-packed, and thought-provoking entry in the Dirty Harry series, cementing Eastwood's reputation not only as a star, but also as a director capable of handling darker material. After his early success in acting, Clint Eastwood continued to demonstrate his versatility by taking on roles that challenged audiences and critics alike. In 1984, he directed and starred in a film called Tightrope. The story is set in New Orleans and is based on real-life events, giving it a sense of authenticity. The movie is a provocative thriller that explores the mind of a detective who becomes deeply involved in the dark and disturbing world of a sadistic criminal. Eastwood's performance in the film was intense and compelling, showing a different side of his acting skills. The film was known for its high level of realism and gritty tone, which added to its suspenseful atmosphere. It was praised by critics for its bold approach and earned commercial success at the box office, proving that Eastwood's talent extended beyond just acting. The movie's success helped solidify his reputation as a filmmaker, capable of handling complex stories and dark themes. Throughout his career, Eastwood continued to choose projects that pushed boundaries and showcased his broad range as an actor and director. His work on Tightrope remains an important part of his filmography, highlighting his ability to create engaging, thought-provoking cinema. The film's success also demonstrated that audiences appreciated movies that dared to explore uncomfortable and challenging topics, making Eastwood a true master of both storytelling and performance. In the same year that Clint Eastwood starred alongside Burt Reynolds in City Heat, the film captured audiences with its unique blend of crime and comedy set during the Prohibition era. The story revolved around a mix of crime adventures and humorous moments, highlighting Eastwood's versatility as an actor who can handle both intense and lighthearted roles. The movie was crafted to showcase the gritty atmosphere of the 1920s, while incorporating humor that kept viewers entertained. Despite facing stiff competition from Eddie Murphy's Beverly Hills Cop, a comedy that was rapidly gaining popularity, City Heat managed to perform well at the box office. Its success can be partially attributed to the star power of both Eastwood and Reynolds, whose on-screen chemistry brought the story to life. The film's reception demonstrated that audiences appreciated a mix of action, comedy, and period drama, which helped it stand out even in a crowded entertainment landscape. Eastwood's participation in the film added to his diverse catalog of works, showing his ability to adapt to different genres and roles, cementing his reputation as a versatile actor. The film's success at the box office reaffirmed Eastwood's status as a bankable star, and showed that audiences enjoyed seeing him in a variety of characters, not just the tough Western or action roles he was often associated with. This combination of genre and star power contributed to City Heat's overall positive reception and box office performance, proving that even with stiff competition, a compelling story and charismatic performances can still attract viewers. The movie remains a notable part of Eastwood's career, exemplifying his ability to take on diverse projects. Eastwood then ventured into television direction with the episode Vanessa in the Garden from the series Amazing Stories, which marked his first collaboration with Steven Spielberg. This step into television allowed him to explore a new medium while maintaining his interest in storytelling. After working in television, Eastwood returned to his roots in the Western genre, which had been a significant part of his early acting career. In 1985, he directed and starred in the film Pale Rider. This film received praise for its thematic depth, which dealt with issues of morality, justice, and supernatural elements. The storytelling in Pale Rider was atmospheric and immersive, drawing viewers into its rugged, dusty world. Eastwood's ability to combine strong themes with compelling visuals made the film stand out. His work in Pale Rider demonstrated his skill, not only as an actor, but also as a director, capable of creating nuanced stories with a powerful background. The film's atmosphere and storytelling depth also reflected Eastwood's expertise in the Western style, blending traditional Western elements with new, thought-provoking ideas. This period showed Eastwood wearing multiple hats as an actor, director, and storyteller, continuing to build his reputation in Hollywood. His projects during this time contributed to his legacy as someone who could revisit familiar genres and still bring fresh perspectives. Eastwood's career, blending television and film, highlights his versatility and passion for authentic storytelling and powerful visual narratives. After the success of his earlier films, Eastwood took on the role in Heartbreak Ridge, a military drama set during the 1983 United States invasion of Grenada. The film focused on the experiences of soldiers involved in the military operation, highlighting themes of discipline, combat, and leadership. Despite initial disagreements during production, including differences in creative vision and approaches, the film was completed and released to the public. Its popularity with audiences contributed to its commercial success, proving that Eastwood's leadership and acting skills could bring a story of military courage and struggle to life effectively. Over time, critics and viewers revisited Heartbreak Ridge positively, appreciating the film's realistic portrayal of military life and Eastwood's compelling performance. The movie became part of Eastwood's long line of successful films and added to his reputation as a versatile actor and director capable of handling diverse roles. Eastwood's portrayal of the tough, disciplined Marine resonated with many fans, and the film's themes continue to find relevance today. Its mix of action, drama, and character development kept audiences engaged and helped solidify its place as a memorable film in Eastwood's career. Even with some early production disagreements, the film's overall reception proved that the dedication to storytelling can prevail, and it remains a notable part of Eastwood's filmography. Certainly, I will now craft a detailed, coherent, and flowing response based on the information provided. In 1988, Clint Eastwood returned to his most recognizable and iconic role, that of Harry Callahan, in the film called The Dead Pool. This movie served as the final chapter of the famous Dirty Harry series. Despite the fact that critics gave some mixed reviews about the film, it managed to perform reasonably well at the box office, attracting audiences and keeping the character alive. Eastwood's portrayal in The Dead Pool showed his dedication to the role, and how he helped define the tough, no-nonsense cop character that became a symbol of his career. The movie marked the end of a certain era in action films that had been shaped by Eastwood's magnetic presence and gritty style. Throughout his career, Eastwood had built a reputation for playing strong, determined characters, and his performance in The Dead Pool was no exception. Even with the mixed reviews, the film's success at the box office proved that fans still appreciated his momentous role as Harry Callahan. This movie wrapped up the saga that started decades earlier, leaving behind a legacy that continues to influence action movies to this day. Eastwood's commitment to the character and his ability to turn a simple cop film into a pop culture phenomenon solidified his place in film history as a legendary actor and director. After a period of difficulty in his career, Clint Eastwood faced a setback with the release of Pink Cadillac in 1989. This comedy film, which starred Jim Carrey alongside Eastwood, did not do well with viewers or critics. It struggled to connect with its audience, and its poor reception marked a low point in Eastwood's career at that time. Despite this, Eastwood continued to work and slowly regained his momentum. By 1992, he made a remarkable comeback with the film Unforgiven, which became a turning point in his career. Eastwood not only directed the film but also starred as an aging ex-gunfighter. The movie was a powerful Western that received widespread critical praise. It was celebrated for its storytelling, depth, and honesty, and it earned 4 Academy Awards. These included awards for Best Picture and Best Director, both for Eastwood. Unforgiven is now often considered one of the greatest Western films ever made. It showed that Eastwood had the talent to make compelling, meaningful movies, and it helped restore his reputation as a filmmaker and actor. From the lows of Pink Cadillac to the highs of Unforgiven, Eastwood's journey reflects his resilience and ability to reinvent himself within the film industry. Building on his impressive streak of success, Clint Eastwood continued to demonstrate his talent and versatility through a series of notable roles. In 1993, he starred in the film In the Line of Fire, playing a guilt-ridden Secret Service agent haunted by his past mistakes. His portrayal brought depth and emotion to the character, making the film a compelling thriller that resonated with audiences. In addition to acting, Eastwood also took on the role of director for the same movie, showcasing his skill behind the camera while maintaining his performance in front of it. 2 years later, in 1995, Eastwood expanded his range by starring opposite Meryl Streep in The Bridges of Madison County. This romantic drama was a departure from his usual action and thriller roles, allowing him to explore more tender and emotional depths. The film told a touching story of love and longing, and their performances brought authenticity and warmth to the narrative. Both films achieved significant success, with In the Line of Fire becoming a popular thriller, and The Bridges of Madison County earning critical acclaim and commercial success. Eastwood's ability to handle diverse roles and his talent as both an actor and director helped cement his reputation as one of Hollywood's most enduring and skilled performers. His work during this period reflected a willingness to evolve and take on new challenges, further solidifying his place in cinema history. Following the 1990s, Clint Eastwood continued his prolific career by both directing and acting in a variety of films. During this period, he took on different genres, showcasing his versatility as a filmmaker and actor. Movies like True Crime, Space Cowboys, and Blood Work demonstrated his ability to handle different storytelling styles and character types. While some of these films received mixed reviews, they still contributed to his reputation as a committed and talented filmmaker. However, not all works from this time were met with lukewarm responses. Movies such as Mystic River and $1 Million Baby stood out as major successes. These two films earned widespread critical acclaim and garnered Eastwood multiple awards, including Academy Awards. His work in Mystic River helped solidify his status as a serious director capable of delivering powerful emotional stories, while $1 Million Baby further showcased his skill in portraying intense human drama. This period marked a career that balanced entertainment with artistic achievement, reinforcing Eastwood's reputation both in Hollywood and around the world. During the 2000s, Clint Eastwood continued to build his reputation as a talented filmmaker whose work often combined storytelling with powerful themes. In 2006, he directed 2 films that reinforced his status as a master of cinema. The first, Flags of Our Fathers, told the story of the famous photograph of American soldiers raising the flag on Iwo Jima during World War II, giving insight into the soldiers' experiences and the impact of the photo on American history. Shortly after, Eastwood released Letters from Iwo Jima, which showed the Battle of Iwo Jima from the perspective of Japanese soldiers, offering a different view of the same event and emphasizing the human side of war for both sides. This pairing of movies was praised for its honesty and depth, demonstrating Eastwood's skill at exploring complex topics. 2 years later, in 2008, he again proved his talent with the films Changeling and Gran Torino. Changeling was a powerful drama based on true events about a woman searching for her missing son, and highlighted issues of corruption and injustice. Gran Torino showed Eastwood himself as a grumpy, but kind-hearted man who forms an unlikely friendship with his neighbors, touching on themes of redemption and understanding. In 2009, Eastwood directed Invictus, a sports drama about South Africa's 1995 Rugby World Cup victory, a story symbolizing unity and reconciliation after apartheid. The film earned him praise from critics for his storytelling ability and for capturing the spirit of hope and healing. Throughout the 2000s, Eastwood's films demonstrated his talent for storytelling, his interest in history and human struggles, and his capacity to create films that resonate deeply with audiences. Since then, Clint Eastwood's contributions to cinema have continued to be highly regarded, reinforcing his status as one of the greatest filmmakers of his era. In recent years, he has taken on roles both in front of and behind the camera, demonstrating his versatile talent and ongoing passion for storytelling. In 2018, he starred in the film The Mule, where he portrayed an elderly man who becomes a drug smuggler, showing his ability to bring depth and authenticity to complex characters at an advanced age. This performance was well received, adding to his impressive legacy. The following year, in 2019, Eastwood released Richard Jewell, a film focused on the security guard who was falsely accused of the bombing at the 1996 Olympic Games in Atlanta. This film showcased his talent for dramatizing real-life stories with sensitivity and precision. Then, in 2021, he directed and released Cry Macho, adapted from the 1975 novel, a story that reflects themes of redemption and resilience. Currently, Eastwood is preparing to direct and produce Juror Number 2, a project set to feature stars like Nicholas Hoult and Toni Collette. The production of this film began in 2023 after a temporary halt caused by a labor strike, but plans are now moving forward. Throughout these recent projects, Eastwood has continued to prove his mastery of both acting and directing, cementing his enduring influence in the film industry. While Clint Eastwood is widely known for his tough guy roles and commanding screen presence, his personal life behind the silver screen has been just as complex and unpredictable. Over the years, Eastwood has fathered a total of 8 children with 6 different women. Despite this, the full story of his family remains somewhat hidden, as Eastwood has chosen not to openly confirm the exact number of his children or details about their lives. This secrecy has left some questions unanswered, and the true extent of his legacy as a father continues to be a topic of speculation and curiosity. His relationships and family arrangements have often been described as complicated, reflecting the same rugged, sometimes turbulent qualities he portrays in his characters. Eastwood's choices regarding his personal life reveal a man who values privacy, but also navigates the chaos that can come with a life filled with multiple relationships and offspring. The ambiguity surrounding his family highlights the contrast between his carefully crafted public persona and the private life that remains largely out of view from the public eye. This intricate and somewhat mysterious aspect of his life adds depth to his persona, showing that even the strongest icons have their own personal struggles and stories that are yet to be fully uncovered. Starting with his first marriage, Clint Eastwood's romantic journey was marked by complexity and infidelity from the beginning. His marriage to Margaret Neville Johnson began in the early years of his life and was characterized by a relationship that faced many challenges. They first met during their school days at Piedmont Junior High School in Piedmont, California. Their connection grew stronger as they got to know each other, and they eventually began dating during their time at Oakland Technical High School. During this period, Eastwood was also pursuing his dreams in acting, which added additional strains to their relationship. Despite their bond, their marriage was shaped by Eastwood's emerging career and personal struggles, which contributed to the complications that would later define their relationship. The early years around their marriage show the mixture of youth, ambition, and the beginning of a turbulent romantic path that would be marked by infidelity and personal relationship difficulties. Their story offers insight into Eastwood's life before he became a renowned actor and filmmaker, highlighting how personal relationships often intersect with professional pursuits. As Eastwood's career gained momentum, so too did the complexities in his personal life, starting with this early marriage. He continued to pursue his passion for acting, often balancing success with personal challenges, leaving a legacy of a man whose romantic journey was as layered as his career achievements. Although Clint Eastwood is widely known for his acting and directing career, there is a lesser-known chapter in his personal life involving affairs and a secret daughter. Despite being married at the time, Eastwood engaged in extramarital affairs, and one of these relationships led to the birth of his first daughter named Lori in 1954. The identity of Lori's mother was kept private, and ultimately, her mother decided to place her for adoption, ensuring that Lori was raised away from the spotlight and Eastwood's public eye. For many decades, Lori's existence was kept hidden from the world, and her connection to Eastwood was not publicly known, which added an element of mystery to his personal history. It was not until 2018 that Eastwood publicly acknowledged Lori as his daughter, when she was already 64 years old. This revelation surprised many, as little was known about the circumstances surrounding her conception and adoption. Details about how Eastwood felt about this secret, or how Lori learned of her biological father, remain largely undisclosed, and the true story behind her early life has remained shrouded in mystery. The unfolding of this family secret highlights a side of Eastwood's life that contrasts sharply with his tough guy persona on screen, revealing complexities that were hidden for decades. Both Eastwood and Lori's story captures the enduring questions about privacy, the impact of secret lives, and the ways in which personal histories can suddenly emerge into the open late in life. Despite the changes and challenges that may have come with their relationship, Margaret continued to move forward with her engagement to Clint Eastwood. Their engagement was made public in October of 1953, signaling that they were committed to each other despite any uncertainties that may have surrounded their circumstances. Just a couple of months after the announcement, on December 19, 1953, the couple got married in Pasadena. This quick timeline shows how quickly their relationship developed and how they decided to formalize their union. The wedding took place only about 8 weeks before Laura was born in Seattle, which indicates that their marriage and the birth of Laura occurred in close succession. These events reveal a period of rapid change and important developments in their lives, with their marriage occurring just before Laura's arrival, shaping the early years of their family and their future together. The timing of the marriage and Laura's birth highlights a story of commitment and new beginnings happening in a relatively short span of time. Despite his success on screen, Clint Eastwood faced challenges in his marriage with Johnson. He believed they were too young when they married and that they hadn't built enough stability in their lives. This created some tension, as Eastwood felt uncertain about their readiness for long-term commitment. During this time, rumors also circulated that Eastwood had an extramarital affair with actress M. Van Doren while filming the movie Star in the Dust in 1955. These rumors added strain to the relationship and brought additional difficulties. The combination of feeling young and not established, and the suspicion of infidelity made their marriage more complicated. Eastwood's personal life was marked by moments of uncertainty, and these challenges reflected the complexities many face when balancing love, reputation, and personal growth. Despite difficulties, Eastwood continued to pursue his career and personal development, navigating the issues that came with fame and relationships. His experience shows that even popular actors encounter difficulties in love and trust, and managing these challenges can be a long process. The story of Eastwood and Johnson's marriage highlights how personal struggles often occur behind the scenes of a successful career, shaping the man behind the iconic roles. Despite facing obstacles in his personal life, Clint Eastwood's career in film continued to grow rapidly. Meanwhile, his wife, who was dedicated to her work as an elementary grade school teacher in the South Kidap School District, supported him as his fame expanded. During this time, Eastwood's acting career was gaining momentum, and he was becoming a well-known figure in Hollywood. In 1959, during the second season of the television series Rawhide, Eastwood started a new romantic relationship with Roxanne Tunis, a dancer and stuntwoman. Although Tunis was married at the time, she was separated from her husband, which allowed their affair to develop. Their relationship lasted for about 14 years, during which they shared a deep connection. This liaison resulted in the birth of Clint Eastwood's first known child, a daughter named Kimber Eastwood, born on June 17, 1964. Their ongoing relationship and Kimber's birth marked a significant chapter in Eastwood's personal life, intertwined with his rising fame and career achievements. Throughout these years, Eastwood balanced his professional endeavors with his complex personal relationships, shaping the man he would become both on and off screen. Initially, Clint Eastwood kept the existence of his daughter Kimber hidden from the public eye. It was not until July 1989 that the National Enquirer revealed her identity, bringing her into the light after years of secrecy. This revelation sparked many discussions and rumors about Eastwood's personal life, especially concerning his then-wife Margaret. Some reports suggest that Margaret may not have been fully aware of Kimber's existence at the time, which added to the intrigue surrounding the story. However, others believe that Johnson, Eastwood's former partner, may have known about Kimber's paternity all along. There are even claims that Johnson might have met Roxanne Tunis, Kimber's mother, in person during an unannounced visit to the set of the film Breezy in 1972. This possibility raises the question of whether Eastwood himself was aware of Kimber before her public unveiling, or if he only learned about her later. The circumstances of Kimber's secret life, Eastwood's awareness, and the interactions between Johnson, Tunis, and Eastwood remain complex and surrounded by ambiguity. Her story underlines the often private, hidden aspects of celebrities' lives, especially when it comes to children they kept away from public view. Despite the many rumors, concrete facts about Kimber's existence and Eastwood's knowledge remain limited, leaving a lot of speculation, which continues to fascinate fans and tabloid readers alike. The situation shows how celebrity privacy can be challenged and reshaped as new information emerges over time, adding layers to a story that combines fame, secrecy, and family secrets. Eastwood's personal life has often been a subject of curiosity, especially in relation to his relationship with Barbara Eden, and the matter of an open marriage that Eden mentioned. According to Eden, Eastwood's union with Johnson was described as an open marriage, a term that implies a relationship with shared understanding of romantic or sexual freedom outside the primary partnership. Despite this claim, Johnson chose not to comment publicly, leaving the situation somewhat ambiguous and open to speculation. In stark contrast, Kimber, who is identified as Eastwood's daughter, has been more open about her feelings and her personal journey. She has acknowledged her paternity publicly, expressing a desire to get to know her father and establish a connection. Yet, Eastwood has responded with silence, showing a clear lack of interest or perhaps unwillingness to engage. There are reports indicating that Eastwood disowned Kimber at one point, which contributed to a strained and distant relationship. This estrangement was further highlighted when Eastwood refused to attend Kimber's wedding to Doug McCartney in 1990. His absence at such a significant event suggests a broader chapter of separation and emotional distance between the actor and his daughter. The complexity of Eastwood's personal life, especially regarding his relationships and family, reflects a mix of openness and silence, leaving many questions about his private affairs unanswered. These revelations and rumors paint a picture of a man whose personal life has been as layered or as sparse as his legendary film career, often shrouded in mystery and controversy. After the passing of Roxanne Tunis in June 2023, a profound sense of loss was felt not just in the circles of her friends and family but also in the heart of Clint Eastwood, whose life and career had been closely linked to her. The end of her life marked the closing of a significant chapter, one that left behind a legacy deeply intertwined with Eastwood's own history. Their relationship was more than just a personal bond. It was a testament to enduring love that persisted through the years, marked by mutual respect, understanding, and shared experiences. Eastwood, known for his stoic demeanor and tough film roles, found in Tunis a presence that brought warmth and depth to his world, shaping parts of his emotional landscape. Their relationship endured until her death, serving as a source of inspiration and stability in his life. The impact of Tunis's passing reached beyond the personal, influencing Eastwood's artistic expression and his approach to his craft, as he often reflected on her influence in interviews and in his quiet moments. Tunis's legacy lives on in the memories they built together, and her passing remains a poignant reminder of the deep connections that can define a life, especially one marked by a love that lasted right up to the very end. Her departure left an indelible mark on both his personal and professional life, shaping his perspective and inspiring his work in subtle but meaningful ways. Clint Eastwood is a well-known actor and filmmaker with a long career in Hollywood, but his personal life has also included some notable events involving various women. One of those women was Anita Loest, who was a competitive swimmer. It is alleged that during their affair, Anita Loest became pregnant and chose to terminate the pregnancy without consulting Eastwood. This incident is often mentioned in discussions about Eastwood's private life, adding a layer of complexity to his character in the public eye. Besides his relationship with Anita Loest, Clint Eastwood's romantic involvements extended to others, including Gail Green, a restaurant critic. Eastwood's connection with Green is connected to the time when she was assigned to interview him on the set of the 1970 film Two Mules for Sister Sarah. This film was one of Eastwood's notable works during that period, and Green's interview was part of the media coverage surrounding the movie. Their interaction on set created some buzz, as Green's role as a critic brought additional attention to their relationship. Overall, Eastwood's romantic history reveals a series of complex relationships, some involving altercations and secret decisions, such as the incident with Anita Loest. These aspects of his personal life have often been subjects of curiosity and speculation, adding layers to the story of a man best known for his tough guy image on screen. Whether in Hollywood or private moments, Eastwood's relationships demonstrate a mix of intimacy and controversy, reflecting the complicated nature of being a public figure with a personal life that has sometimes been kept behind closed doors. After establishing himself as a successful actor and director, Clint Eastwood's personal life attracted some attention through his affairs with models. Around the same time, Eastwood's involvement with French model Kathy Reagan received notable press coverage, drawing public interest to one of his few extramarital affairs during that period. Reagan's relationship with Eastwood was widely reported, making it a topic of conversation among fans and media alike, and it highlighted a more private side of the actor that was rarely seen in the public eye. In addition to his connection with Reagan, another French model named Danielle Coté claimed that she had a 2-year relationship with Eastwood, which added further intrigue to his personal life. Coté also managed to secure a walk-on role in the film Paint Your Wagon, an unusual detail that brought her into the Hollywood spotlight, although this happened without the knowledge of the film's lead actress, John Seberg. Meanwhile, Eastwood engaged in an on-set affair with Seberg that lasted about 5 months. This relationship was kept relatively quiet at the time, but its existence became part of the many stories surrounding Eastwood's private life. Despite his fame and busy career, these romantic relationships with models added layers to his public persona, revealing a complex and sometimes controversial side of the actor that persisted behind the scenes. Although Clint Eastwood is best known for his acting and directing, his personal life included several affairs that attracted public interest. He was often described as a wild horse in terms of his romantic relationships. Eastwood had numerous other affairs during his lifetime, not just with his wife Margaret Johnson, but also with several women from the entertainment industry and social circles. Among the women he reportedly had relationships with are co-stars Ingia Stevens, who starred in Hang 'em High, and Joanne Harris, known for her role in The Beguiled. These relationships added to the mystique surrounding him as a Hollywood outsider who lived life on his own terms. Besides these actresses, Eastwood was also linked romantically with Jill Banner, an actress known for her work in various films, as well as Catherine Deneuve, a lesser-known actress, and Susan St. James, who was popular in television. Outside of the film industry, rumors suggested he was involved with columnist Bridget Byrne, socialite Joan Lundberg, and the legendary director Alfred Hitchcock's longtime companion, Joan Lundberg. Singer Keely Smith was also allegedly involved with Eastwood while he was still married to Margaret Johnson, which further highlights the complicated and often turbulent nature of his personal life. These numerous affairs paint a picture of Eastwood not just as a serious artist, but as someone who had a vibrant and often complicated love life that overlapped with his career and public image. After facing difficulties in their relationship, Johnson and Eastwood went through a period of separation during which they experienced many challenges, including health issues such as hepatitis in the mid-1960s. Despite these struggles, they eventually found their way back to each other and reconciled, showing that their bond was strong enough to persevere. Following their reconciliation, Johnson expressed a desire to rebuild their family life and to create a future together. This renewed commitment led to the joyful birth of their 2 children. Their first child, Kyle Eastwood, was born on May 19, 1968, bringing happiness to the family after a period of hardship. A few years later, they welcomed their second child, Allison Eastwood, born on May 22, 1972. Their story reflects a journey through hardship and separation, but ultimately, love and determination helped them reconcile and nurture their family. Their experience underscores that even after many trials, paths can lead back to each other, and new chapters in life can begin with hope and renewal. After developing a reputation as a talented actor and director, Clint Eastwood's personal life drew considerable attention, especially in relation to Sondra Locke. In 1975, Eastwood's romantic life took a significant turn when he began living with Locke, who was an actress and director. Their relationship became well known to the public because it was quite unconventional at the time. Despite Locke being married to her husband during their relationship, Eastwood and Locke continued to deepen their bond over the next 9 years. During this period, Eastwood decided to divorce Betty White Johnson, his wife at that time, which officially happened in 1984. At the same time, Locke remained legally married to her own husband and did not divorce him. The relationship between Eastwood and Locke was complicated, marked by both deep emotional connection and ongoing family commitments. Eastwood was often seen as a private person, but his association with Locke brought him into the spotlight, raising questions about personal choices versus public image. Their intense 9-year relationship highlighted the complexities and challenges of balancing love, marriage, and personal freedom, especially under the scrutiny of the media. Despite the end of their romantic involvement, Eastwood and Locke maintained a close relationship that lasted for many years, and their story remains a notable chapter in Eastwood's personal history. Although Clint Eastwood is best known for his roles in westerns and action films, his personal connections and interactions with figures in the entertainment industry have occasionally come to light. In 1972, Eastwood crossed paths with Sondra Locke, a married actress who later shifted from acting to directing. Locke's start in show business was modest, involving various roles at the Nashville-based radio station, USAM. During her radio work, she gained experience and exposure, but her career soon expanded into theater, where she performed with the Circle Players Inc. Her versatility eventually led her into television and film. In 1968, She made her film debut in the movie The Heart is a Lonely Hunter, a film that marked her entrance into the film industry with a significant impact. Her performance earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress, signaling her talent and potential in the field. Additionally, she received dual Golden Globe nominations in the same year, one for Best Supporting Actress and another for New Star of the Year, highlighting her recognition and promising career development. Despite her early successes and significant accomplishments, her career trajectory took a different path as she moved behind the camera, pursuing directing work after her acting achievements. Her diverse background, from radio to theater to films, demonstrates her dedication and talent in the arts. The encounter with Eastwood remains a noteworthy moment in her journey, although details about their interaction are limited. Nonetheless, her story reflects a rich combination of perseverance, talent, and a willingness to explore different facets of the entertainment world. During the time of their collaboration, Locke worked closely with Clint Eastwood on several projects, developing a professional relationship rooted in mutual respect and shared interests. Over time, this working relationship grew into a more personal connection, and in 1975, their relationship took a significant turn. In October of that year, while filming The Outlaw Josie Wales, their bond deepened further, leading Locke to move in with Eastwood. This change marked a new chapter in their lives, blending personal intimacy with their professional partnership. Their collaboration was not only marked by creative efforts, but also by their evolving personal relationship, making their story one of the more intriguing behind-the-scenes tales of that era. Throughout their time working together, Locke's presence became more than just a professional association, as her involvement with Eastwood grew into a romantic relationship that lasted through the filming of one of his most iconic movies. This connection highlighted how personal and professional lives can intertwine even in the competitive world of Hollywood. As their relationship developed, it reflected a period of both creative success and personal intimacy, leaving a lasting impression on those who followed their story. The story of Locke and Eastwood's collaboration continues to be remembered as a unique chapter in Hollywood history, rooted in the blend of work and love that defined their partnership. Initially, Eastwood recounted that he had never been faithful to one woman before. This admission surprised many because of the persona he presented as a steady and reliable figure in Hollywood. Despite his reputation for toughness and independence, he was candid about his past struggles with commitment. However, everything changed when he expressed a newfound need for one woman, a feeling that initially seemed out of character given his history. He even went as far as composing a song about his monogamous feelings, which was a rare display of vulnerability from someone often seen as guarded. The song reflected a deep emotional shift, showing how much this woman had affected him. This transformation was linked to the former home shared with his ex-wife Margaret Johnson. It was a place filled with memories, both happy and painful, and initially Eastwood felt comfortable there, surrounded by remnants of his past life with Margaret. Yet, over time, the lingering influence of Johnson's presence started to bother him. The emotional weight of memories and her continued influence became an obstacle to moving forward. Eastwood eventually found himself uncomfortable with the connection to his former life and began to seek change. This led to the decision to relocate to Bel Air, a fresh start away from the echoes of his past relationship. The process of facing these personal challenges and making these decisions revealed a man grappling with love, loss, and the need for renewal. During the late 1970s, Clint Eastwood's professional and personal life faced significant turmoil, especially regarding Locke and her struggles with abortion and retaliation. Locke faced 2 abortions during this period, which marked a difficult chapter for her emotionally and physically. She also encountered a tumultuous relationship, marked by her affiliation with others and strained relationships that brought much resistance and hardship. Despite her personal battles, she faced opposition from Johnson, who harbored hostility towards her, even though they had never met in person. Johnson was known for initiating legal procedures, including seeking separation from Locke in late 1978, but the divorce was never finalized, remaining unresolved until 1984. During this period, Johnson received a large cash settlement estimated to be between $25 and $30 million, which added to the complexities of their ongoing disputes. Meanwhile, Locke remained married to Gordon Anderson since 1967, but their marriage was described as a marriage of convenience that was never consummated, implying it was more for legal or financial reasons than for love or companionship. Anderson, who resided in a home bought by Eastwood, lived with his partner John McKee, further illustrating the complicated web of relationships and loyalties that surrounded Eastwood during this turbulent time. All these events contributed to a challenging and intricate phase in Eastwood's life, marked by legal battles, personal loss, and complex relational dynamics. Despite the personal complexities between Clint Eastwood and Sondra Locke, their professional partnership persisted over many years, resulting in a notable series of collaborations that left a distinct mark on cinematic history. They worked together on numerous films, beginning with The Gauntlet, which showcased their on-screen chemistry and deepening partnership. Their collaborative efforts continued with the production of films like Every Which Way But Loose, which became a popular action comedy success, and Bronco Billy, a heartfelt story that demonstrated their ability to blend humor and drama seamlessly. They also appeared together in Any Which Way You Can, further cementing their status as a dynamic duo capable of attracting audiences with their performances. Their work stretched into the crime thriller Sudden Impact, where Eastwood's portrayal of the gritty detective became iconic, and Locke's role added emotional depth to the narrative. Throughout this period, their on-screen collaborations were often accompanied by rumors and speculation about their off-screen relationship, which seemed to hold a certain allure for fans and media alike. However, the closeness they once shared began to face difficulties in the early 1980s. The core issue centered around Locke's decision to remain married to her husband Anderson after Eastwood's divorce from Johnson, despite her willingness to explore therapy and consider dissolving her marriage. Eastwood's refusal to support her in this decision created tension, and their relationship gradually unraveled. Despite their falling out, the films they made together remain a testament to their joint talent and contributions to Hollywood, but the personal ties that once bound them grew increasingly strained as time went on. During the 1980s, Clint Eastwood's personal life saw a continuation of his pattern of engaging in extramarital affairs. Among the women involved with him during this period was Dee. These affairs added a complex layer to his personal narrative, revealing a side of his life that was not publicly visible but known to close acquaintances. Some of the women associated with Eastwood during this time included Megan Rose, a story analyst, who reportedly had a connection with him, and Jamie Rose, an actress who also became part of his circle of relations. Additionally, Jane Brolin, an animal rights activist, maintained an intermittent liaison with Eastwood that dates back to the early 1960s. This ongoing relationship with Jane Brolin demonstrated a persistent but fluctuating connection that spanned several decades, highlighting the ongoing nature of his personal relationships beyond the immediate context of the 1980s. These affairs reflect a pattern of personal choices that persisted through that decade, despite his rising fame and increasing responsibilities in his professional career. Eastwood's interactions with these women reveal a multifaceted side of his life, often kept away from the media spotlight, but integral to understanding the man behind the screen. The details surrounding his affairs during this era remain a part of his complex personal history, illustrating that even for a public figure, private life can encompass many layers and enduring relationships. Despite being married to Sondra Locke at the time, Clint Eastwood reportedly met Jacelyn Reeves, a stewardess he encountered at his restaurant, the Hog's Breath Inn in Carmel. During this period, Eastwood became romantically involved with Reeves, and she became one of his mistresses while he was still living with Locke. This relationship resulted in Eastwood fathering 2 children with Reeves, Scott in 1986 and Catherine in 1988. However, these children were raised without any legal acknowledgement of their paternity by Eastwood, and the relationship between him and Reeves was kept private. The affair remained unknown to the public until a tabloid publication exposed it in 1990, revealing details of Eastwood's secret liaison and the existence of the children. This revelation added to the complex nature of Eastwood's personal life, which was often scrutinized in the media. Throughout this period, Eastwood balanced his career, personal relationships, and family life, with the affair and the secrecy surrounding the children remaining private for a time before becoming public knowledge. The story reflects a chapter in Eastwood's life that showcases the behind-the-scenes side of his personal relationships, marked by discreet love affairs and hidden family ties. Certainly, Clint Eastwood's end of relationship with Locke took a very contentious turn in April 1989. Their relationship had lasted some time, but it ended badly, with Eastwood and Locke no longer on good terms. During this time, Eastwood made a decisive move by changing the locks on their shared home and having her belongings moved into storage. Locke was at work filming her second directorial feature, which was titled Impulse. This action by Eastwood was seen as aggressive, and led Locke to file a palimony lawsuit against him. The lawsuit accused Eastwood of unfairly breaking up their relationship and mistreating her. In court, Eastwood downplayed how serious their relationship had been. He referred to Locke as a roommate, or sometimes a part-time roommate, rather than a romantic partner. This characterization was part of his effort to minimize the emotional and legal claims she was making. The situation became quite heated, and the court had to consider the nature of their relationship and the events surrounding their breakup. The legal dispute was a significant chapter in Eastwood's personal life, reflecting a period of conflict and sharp disagreement. The details reveal how complex and difficult relationship endings can become, especially when there are perceptions of betrayal and legal claims involved. The case drew attention and showed a different side of Eastwood, who was known mostly for his movie roles and directorial work. The incident marked a point where his private life became very public through the lawsuit and court proceedings. It demonstrated that even someone as famous as Clint Eastwood faced personal struggles and legal battles related to relationships. The story of Eastwood and Locke remains a notable part of his history, illustrating the challenges that can come with love, loss, and legal disputes. Despite Clint Eastwood's fame as a Hollywood actor and director, there was a period marked by legal battles involving a woman named Locke who alleged that Eastwood had been living a double life and fathering children with Reeves during their relationship. These claims sparked a series of legal confrontations that lasted for years, during which Locke also faced her own health struggles, including battling breast cancer. Throughout this turbulent period, Locke was persistent in her fight against Eastwood and Warner Brothers, seeking to uncover truths and hold them accountable. Eventually, in November 1990, she decided to drop her lawsuit in exchange for a settlement package that provided her some financial relief, but her criticisms of Eastwood did not cease. She continued to make disparaging comments about him even after she left the legal fight. Locke kept her true age a secret for much of her career, often appearing in roles that were typically written for much younger women, which added a layer of mystery and controversy around her public persona. She remained an active actress until her death, which occurred in 2018 from cardiac arrest. Her passing was not publicly announced at first, and was only confirmed by her family 6 weeks later. Locke left behind a significant estate from her marriage to Gordon Anderson, her husband of 51 years. The long-standing disputes and her personal struggles paint a complex picture of a woman who navigated the demands of her career, her health, and her privacy, often under the shadow of her association with Eastwood and the legal conflicts that define part of her life. Following his breakup with Sondra Locke, Clint Eastwood entered a period of various romantic relationships that drew public and media attention. In 1989, he dated Barbara Strand and also spent time with several other women, including Marissa Berenson, Jean Grace, Danny Crane, and Barbara Minty, the widow of Hollywood star Steve McQueen. During this time, Eastwood's romantic life seemed lively and somewhat complicated, with multiple women appearing in his personal story. His next major relationship was with actress Frances Pfizer, whom he met on the set of the film Pink Cadillac in October 1988. They maintained a non-exclusive affair for about 2 years, a period marked by private companionship and mutual interest. In late 1990, Eastwood and Pfizer chose to publicly acknowledge their romance, which was a significant step given their private nature. They also worked together professionally, co-starring in the film Unforgiven, which added a new dimension to their relationship. The couple welcomed a daughter, Francesca Eastwood, in 1993, a joyful addition to their lives and a link that solidified their bond. Despite the possibility of marriage, they never made that commitment, perhaps due to personal reasons or Eastwood's wishes, and they remained legally unwed. Their relationship ultimately ended in January 1995, primarily due to Eastwood's secret affair with Jolene Reeves, which caused a rupture in their union. This series of relationships reveals a complex and often private side of Clint Eastwood's personal life, marked by moments of love, secrecy, and personal choices that shaped his life beyond his screen persona. After meeting during an interview in March 1993, Clint Eastwood married Dana Ruiz in 1996. Dina was a television news anchor and was 35 years younger than Eastwood, which drew attention to their relationship. Their marriage resulted in the birth of their daughter Morgan Eastwood on December 12, 1996. The family often appeared together, and Dina and their daughter Morgan starred in a reality show called Mrs. Eastwood and Company, giving fans a glimpse into their lives. Throughout the years, Dina and Clint also appeared together in some of Eastwood's films, blending their personal and professional lives. Despite their close bond, their marriage faced difficulties over time. In 2013, Dina filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. Their separation became public shortly after, and the divorce was finalized in 2014. The end of their marriage marked a new chapter for Eastwood and his family, yet the years they shared remain an important part of his personal history. Since his divorce from Dina Ruiz, Clint Eastwood has been linked romantically to several women, including photographer Erica Thompson-Fizer and restaurant hostess Christina Sondra. They appeared together publicly at the 87th Academy Awards in February 2015, drawing attention to his personal life. While those close to Eastwood suspect he may have other families or children that are not yet known publicly, this remains a mystery. The existence of Lori Murray was first reported in a 1999 UK edition of Clint the Life and Legend, but she did not reveal herself until she attended the premiere of The Mule in December 2018. Despite these reports, Eastwood has chosen to stay silent on the subject of additional offspring or more children. He has not confirmed or denied the existence of other family members, and he prefers to keep his personal life private. During a 1997 interview on 60 Minutes, when asked about how many children he has, Eastwood only said, "I have a few." His life and career are admired for much more than scandals or romantic relationships. Eastwood's focus on his work and his legendary status in film have overshadowed questions about his personal sphere. Though details about his family remain undisclosed, his professional achievements continue to define his enduring legacy. The complexities of his personal life seem to exist away from the public eye, leaving room for speculation while he maintains his silence. His reputation as a man of talent and independence remains intact despite these hidden aspects of his family story. Since his teenage years, Clint Eastwood has taken a health-conscious approach to his lifestyle, emphasizing the importance of good nutrition and physical well-being. He frequently appears in magazines and media promoting fitness and nutritional advice, sharing his knowledge and encouraging others to adopt healthier habits. Eastwood advocates for eating fruits and raw vegetables daily, emphasizing their benefits for maintaining energy and overall health. Additionally, he supports taking vitamins to supplement a balanced diet, and believes in avoiding sugary beverages that can lead to weight gain and health issues. His approach includes steering clear of excessive alcohol, despite his historical association with hard liquor, and limiting the intake of carbohydrates to stay fit and active. The death of his father from a heart attack in 1970 deeply impacted him, prompting a significant change in his health habits. This event motivated him to adopt a more rigorous health regimen, aiming to improve his longevity and productivity. His dedication to maintaining a healthy lifestyle has enabled him to stay energetic and focused throughout his career, helping him excel in his work. Beyond his personal health routines, Eastwood also ventured into the restaurant business, opening the Hog's Breath Inn in Carmel by the Sea in 1971. He managed and promoted the establishment, running it for nearly 3 decades before selling it in 1999. Following that, he acquired the Mission Ranch Hotel and Restaurant, continuing his involvement in hospitality. Through it all, Eastwood's commitment to health and activity has played a key role in his life, influencing both his personal habits and his business pursuits. Clint Eastwood is not only known for his impressive acting and directing career, but also for his passion for golf and aviation. He is an enthusiastic golfer who spends plenty of time on the course. Eastwood owns the Tahama Golf Club, where he enjoys playing and sometimes hosts gatherings. His love for golf extends to his involvement with the Pebble Beach Golf Links, one of the most famous golf courses in the world, where he often participates in tournaments or charity events. These events help raise money for various causes, and Eastwood is known for supporting charitable activities related to golf. Besides his love for golf, he has a serious interest in flying. Eastwood holds an FA, a license for both fixed-wing and rotary-wing aircraft. This means he is qualified to fly airplanes and helicopters. He often chooses to fly his helicopter to the studios to escape traffic and reach his filming locations more quickly. His flying skills allow him to travel efficiently, and he enjoys piloting his helicopter as part of his everyday routine. Whether on the golf course or in the air, Clint Eastwood continues to enjoy his hobbies and stays active in pursuits that bring him great satisfaction. He combines his passions for leisure and utility, making his life quite dynamic and interesting. Since 1973, Clint Eastwood's views on spirituality have undergone significant changes. Early in his life, he openly declared that he did not believe in God, which reflected a more skeptical or secular outlook at the time. However, by 2023, his perspective had shifted, or at least been clarified through his family's eyes, as his daughter Catherine shared that most of their family either lacked traditional faith or follow non-conventional spiritual paths. Eastwood himself finds a sense of spirituality not in organized religion, but in the natural world around him. He has often expressed wonder and awe when observing natural marvels such as the Grand Canyon, feeling a deep connection to the world's natural beauty. Since at least 1975, Eastwood has practiced a form of meditation called transcendental meditation, a technique that involves silent, mantra-based meditation sessions. He has maintained this daily routine for decades, beginning each morning with meditation as a way to center himself. This consistent practice indicates that his spiritual life is rooted in personal experience and connection with nature rather than traditional religious beliefs, allowing him to find peace and perspective in the simple yet profound acts of awe, observing nature, and engaging in meditation. After reaching the age of 80 in 2010, Clint Eastwood made a significant investment in real estate by building a large compound in Carmel by the sea. This property measures approximately 15,949 square feet and was estimated to cost around $20 million. The compound reflects Eastwood's taste for spacious and luxurious homes, fitting his status as a well-established actor and filmmaker. Besides this impressive estate, Eastwood's real estate holdings include several other notable properties. He owns a mansion in Bel Air, a neighborhood known for its luxurious homes and affluent residents, which offers privacy and breathtaking views. He also has a ranch near Cello, providing a more rural and spacious setting away from the city hustle. In addition, Eastwood owns an apartment in Burbank, a city that is home to many parts of the entertainment industry, offering convenient access to work and industry events. His collection further includes a home in Linta, adding to his diverse portfolio of properties. In Sun Valley, Idaho, he owns residences that are popular among celebrities for their serene environment and scenic beauty. Lastly, he has a residence in Kauai, Hawaii, giving him a tropical retreat where he can relax and enjoy the warm weather. Each property demonstrates Eastwood's varied tastes and his desire for comfort, privacy, and scenic living environments. His real estate investments span different locations and styles, showing his appreciation for both city and country life. These holdings reflect his success in his career and his ability to enjoy the fruits of his labor across different parts of the country and beyond. Eastwood's career is truly remarkable, extending over 5 decades with a wide range of roles in over 50 films. He has worn many hats in the film industry, including actor, director, producer, and composer. Most of his movies are westerns, action films, or dramas, and his work has made a big impact. Films with Eastwood have earned more than $1.81 billion in the United States alone, averaging about $38.6 million each. Beyond his popularity with audiences, Eastwood has received many awards and honors. He has won prestigious trophies like the Academy Award, the Directors Guild of America Award, the Golden Globe, and People's Choice Awards. Notably, he is one of only 2 people, along with Warren Beatty, to be nominated twice for both Best Actor and Best Director for the same film. He is also one of the few actors primarily known as a director who has won an Oscar for directing. His influence has been recognized worldwide. He received the AFI Life Achievement Award in 1996 and was inducted into the California Hall of Fame in 2006. France also honored him with the Legion of Honor, and he received the Lumiere Award in Lyon. President Barack Obama praised him in 2010, saying his films reflect American identity and individuality. Universities such as the University of the Pacific, the University of Southern California, and the Berklee College of Music awarded him honorary degrees. The Cannes Film Festival honored him with the Golden Palm Award in 2009, and Japan's Emperor bestowed the Order of the Rising Sun for his contributions to Japan-US relations. In 2013, he received the Golden Pine Lifetime Achievement Award at the Sapporo Film Music Festival. Despite facing some controversies and scandals, Eastwood has lived a full and influential life, making a lasting mark on arts and culture.